Alright fam, the name is Xander or R, and I am here to bring you the Anything But Books tag. I was tagged by Audrey over at Perpetual Pages, and the original is by BookBuds, and I will leave both of the links to the respective videos in the description down below, along with the questions, because I am not a heathen who leaves the questions out of a tag video in the description down below. I think the point of this tag is to, get to know me outside of books, which is very exciting, because I do have aspects to my personality that aren't books. You know, it's cool to talk about that on a book channel. Anyway, the first question is, what is something that you own way too many of other than books? And if we're going strictly non-bookish related, I own far too much tea. I will put a picture of it right now. You're still going to be able to hear my voice, but I think I'm probably going to do the whole screen just so you can really see how much tea I have. Look at all that fucking tea. If we're going not strictly bookish related, I don't know if that made sense, but I own a lot of fan art, y'all. Like, an excessive amount of fan art. I will insert pictures here of my walls, of my room. As you can see, there is lots of fan art. Lots and lots of it. I'm running out of room for it. So, yeah, as you can see, a lot of fan art. Anyway, if there wasn't enough time to, truly look at all of the fan art and the time that I allowed you to look at the fan art, feel free to go back and pause the video and truly admire the fan art that I have acquired over the years. I built most of the frames myself. I say most because some of them I did have to get, Michael's frames for. But a lot of them I did myself, so that's cool. The next question is, what is something that you do for fun that's not reading a book? And I crochet. I don't have it with me. I left it on the other side of the bed, but I'm making a basket right now. I'm almost done with it, actually. I wish I could show you. I'm too lazy to go up and get it, though. So I do that, I crochet, I make little things. I've made scarves, I've made hats. Wait, there's a scarf right next to me I can show you. Haha. So I made this scarf, last year, I think. It's an infinity scarf. You know, it's a pretty short infinity scarf. So, when I put it around like this, it's pretty short if I want to keep it, nice and loose. But, I mean, I can always strangle myself with it, and then it's a little longer. But yeah, I crochet, so, this is something I've crocheted. I'm not going to leave it on for the rest of the video, though, because it's not quite that cold yet. Besides crocheting, though, because I usually do that while listening to an audiobook. I do it while I, watch YouTube, too, but, I do that mainly while listening to audiobooks, and so that's reading. So, besides that, I play the game Hades a lot. I'll link to my original tag that I made for the game Hades up in the cards, if you want to go watch that. I talk more in depth about Hades there. And I don't, because the audio in that game is, so, necessary to the game, I don't listen to anything else while I play the game except for the game. So I think that's something I do for fun that's not reading. I wouldn't say I watch a lot of movies, but I want to watch a lot of movies. I want to be the person that watches all the new releases out in movies. I want to be that person. I don't know. I'm lazy. I'm depressed. I don't know. I can never find the motivation to go out and go to the movies that often. I like to do that, though, too. A lot. So, yeah. those are some things that I do for fun that aren't reading. The next question is, what is something special or important on your nightstand that's not a book? Obviously my medication. I didn't think to pull anything over here to show you guys, even though I have a new fancy pill organizer. But yeah, my medication is something that's very important that's on my nightstand. I actually don't keep books on my nightstand. I keep them like below my bed, near my laptop, because I don't have room on my nightstand, because there's so much shit on my nightstand, y'all. There's cups, there's candles, there's my medication, there's my water bottle, and then below, there, on the, like, the underneath side, there's, like, more medication and vitamins and a mouse I never use. I feel like there's something else down there, but I don't know, maybe a lighter for my candles. But, yeah, I don't keep books on my nightstand, but I just listed a bunch of important things that are on my nightstand that aren't books, so I wouldn't argue that the candles are really important, but my medication is definitely important, so I keep that on my nightstand, and it's a boring answer, but I'm going with it. Number 4 is, what's something that you buy at a bookstore other than books? And I bought a pencil case at a bookstore that wasn't a book. Here's a picture of the Fox pencil case that I bought at a bookstore. I bought it at an independent bookstore, and I was like, this is so cute, I need it, it's coming with me. And then other than that, I guess, like, bookmarks. And I know Books A Million, even though I don't have one near me, but I know Books A Million sells, like, t-shirts, so, like, if I'm feeling, like, you know, particularly in the mood for that kind of t-shirt, I guess I could buy a t-shirt. But I don't really have a Books A Million near me, so I don't really have that temptation often. But yeah, those are things that I can buy at a bookstore that aren't books. And then, what's a fun gift that you've received that wasn't a book or a gift card for books? I can show you this because it's right behind me. Y'all may have been wondering what this looks like up close. It's, I'm trying not to get the glare in it, but it's Andrew and Neil from Off the Game. And here, I'll try and see if I can focus it on the little things so you can see that it says 103%. And then there's like a little fox and an exclamation point. And then there's, you know, they're wearing their Palmetto gear. Andrew's wearing some ripped jeans, and they're wearing shoes. I like that Neil was wearing black shoes and Andrew was wearing orange shoes. And they're sitting on a rooftop, so, you know, it's great. Anyway, Audrey actually got this for me. The person who tagged me, Perpetual Pages, got this for me, for Christmas last year. And it was such a surprise because I didn't know that they got it for me, and this showed up at my house, and I was like, I didn't order this. Where did this come from? And it was great. So yeah, this little standee. Also, my friend made me this little felt fox. That's also, like, on my bookshelf behind me. It's so cute. I love it so much. I'm trying to get it in the focus with my face, but yeah, it's super cute. So those are two things that are gifts that are not bookish, or not a book, because they are technically bookish, but they're not a book or a gift card for books. If we're going with something that's completely unrelated to books, my friend Nico sent me a box of tea that I really appreciated. Again, I own too much tea, but yeah, they sent me a little box of tea, and it was great. So, if you want to count something non-bookish, there you go. My box of tea. Can't show it to you because it's in my tea drawer, so technically you've already seen it, but yeah. my box of tea. Great. Thank you, Nico. And thank you, Audrey. And the other person doesn't watch my videos, so I'm not gonna thank them in the video. And then number 6 is, what's a YouTube channel that you watch that's not related to books? I mean, this is a fairly popular YouTube channel, but I wouldn't say it's like super popular. I don't remember how many subscribers he has off the top of my head. But Dan Murrell, who does movie reviews and like box office analytics and live shows on occasion that talk about movie news. Like, it's just a movie channel. Like I said, I want to be the person that goes to the movies all the time. So I watched a lot of his videos. He recently came out with a podcast too. So if you like podcasts about like movie stuff, you can listen to that. I believe if you go to the YouTube channel, I'll leave it linked in the description down below for, you know, ease of access. He has it linked in his videos, so you can just click on the feed there. But yeah, I really like his videos. And I love his reviews because they're not like, this movie sucked, and here's why. It's a down vote for me. He's like very nuanced, and like, he'll be like, yeah, I didn't like this movie, but like, here are some things that I did like about the movie, or like, here's like, why this didn't work for me. It's like, it's so great. It's such a great take on movie reviews. So, anyway, he's great. I also watch a lot. I'm not gonna leave these linked in the description because, like, you can easily find them. It's BuzzFeed Unsolved and Watcher. Like, I love Puppet History. Puppet History is my shit. I'm a little shook at the season finale that just, well, it didn't just come out, but like, it's the most recent episode of Puppet History. That has me shook, okay? If you want to talk about that in the comments down below, feel free, because, man, what an episode. But yeah, I like Puppet History a lot. And then, you know, the regular BuzzFeed Unsolved, True Crime, and Supernatural. Supernatural is the last one. True Crime has already came to an end. And Supernatural is coming to an end now. Like, they're airing the last season now. I just watched the first episode of the last season. And if I had to pick a favorite between the two of them, I'd say probably True Crime is my favorite. I like Supernatural, but like, I don't know. I just like the stories in True Crime more. Oh no, I have to tag 5 booktubers that I want to learn more about. That is the 7th question, is to tag 5 booktubers that you want to learn more about. Okay, I can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna tag Kaz over at Cats and Camera. I'm gonna tag Graham over at The Archive. I don't think Kathy at Kathy Trickhart has done this. Alex at Pucks and Paperbacks. And I need a 5th one. Who do I know hasn't done this tag that I can tag? I don't know. Okay. I thought she'd done this tag already, but I just scrolled through her videos and I don't think she's done this tag yet. So, my 5th person, because I swear I have friends, is Angela from Literature Science Alliance. So, okay. We're good. We came up with 5 people that I'm pretty sure haven't done this tag. I don't think any of them have done this tag. So, they'll be in the description down below if you want to go check them out. I would consider them all friends. Or chill. Yeah. That's all I got. Before I go, though, I would like to point out that the shelf behind me, you thought you can never see this part of the shelf, right? It's completely full now, guys. Look at that. is completely full. All these fucking books that I haven't read, that I need to read. Some of these were gifts, some of these were free ARCs, but still, the sheer amount of books that I have just right here on my To Be Read shelf. There are books behind this in a typical bookshelf order, and there are books below this. But yeah, these are all books that I actually want to read. Like now. I want to read all of them now, but I can't. Because I can't focus on reading. Anyway, I'll move back to my normal position. I'm saying this now, but I'm not buying any more books. And when I get books for Christmas, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Because I know somebody's going to give me a book for Christmas. At least one. Like, my uncle usually gets me a book off my Amazon wishlist for Christmas. Which I just updated. But don't use it. I only updated it because I know he gets me books off my wishlist. If you want to get me a book, I've said this in my description, but if you want to get me a book, just DM me on Instagram or something, ask me for my address, and use like bookshop.org or another independent bookstore that you like. Because I don't like Amazon. And I try not to use it when I don't have to. So, yeah, I will give you my address. You can send me a book if you so choose. Or if you don't want to ask me for my address and you just want to send me money for a book, I have a Ko-Fi. You can use that. It's also in the description. You have to scroll. You have to scroll. It's at the very bottom. But it's this cubed. So, I mean, if you're watching this and you want to do that, just try and search for this cubed. Or put like this cubed at the end of the coffee thing. I don't know how coffee links work, I forgot. But the link is in the description. It's just at the very bottom of the description. But anyway, yeah. I just wanted to point out the sheer amount of books that I have on my shelf. That's all I got. So, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun making it, and I will see you in the next one.